Hey guys, and welcome back to another GCSE English Lit revision video. Great to see you guys again, and as always, don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you're new around here. Anyway, today we're going to analyse the poem Storm on the Island by Seamus Heaney. So, without further ado, let's get rolling. So, the first contextual clue can be found in the title itself. As you can see, the first 8 letters spell out the word Stormont, which is the name given to the Parliament buildings in Belfast, Northern Ireland. This also ties in with my second point, as the title provides a hint that the storm described in the poem is an extended metaphor for the struggles in Northern Ireland over the years, for example between Catholics and Protestants, and also between Republicans and Unionists. Heaney grew up in a farming community in Northern Ireland, where he witnessed attempts by organisations such as the IRA to drive the British out of Northern Ireland, which may have compelled him to write this poem. Form and structure. Well, firstly, you could say the poem is constructed as one squat stanza, the same way the islanders have constructed their houses to be robust and sturdy to survive the storm. Perhaps Heaney has constructed his poem in this way as he hopes the poem will outlive the troubles in Northern Ireland and can act as a message of warning to future generations. In addition, the poem is written in blank verse, which is an unrhymed form of iambic pentameter, as seen in line 1, which gives the poem a colloquial feeling, making it sound like part of a conversation. The highlights of green and yellow on this annotation provide a visual breakdown of how Heaney has utilised both enjambment, continuation of a sentence without a pause at the end of the line, and caesurae, a pause near the middle of a line, to emphasise certain words and phrases throughout the poem. For example, the enjambment from lines 6 to 7 emphasises the plosive sound blast, which gives it a greater impact and stresses the power of the impending storm. Moreover, the caesurae in line 11 slows the pace of the line, which places an emphasis on the second no, showing the reader that the island cannot protect its inhabitants from the storm and that they will have to fend for themselves. In terms of structure, the focus from the beginning up to about line 13 is on the narrator's description of the calm moments before the storm hits, when suddenly a volta, or a turning point, in line 14 seems to catapult the focus onto the unleashing of the storm and the tremendous fear that the speaker and his fellow islanders are feeling, further underlining the enormous force of this storm. And on to language. Firstly, let's look at Heaney's use of language to create a strong contrast between the simultaneous feelings of both safety and fear that the speaker is clearly feeling. He uses a lot of words and phrases, especially at the beginning, such as "we are prepared" and referring to the roofs being made of good slate, to convey feelings of safety and security. However, as the poem progresses, the tone becomes gradually more concerned through the use of words associated with danger, such as tragic, fear, exploding, and savage, which heightens the sense of danger during the poem. The most notable contrast is in the final line of the poem: "It is a huge nothing that we fear," which on the face of it feels paradoxical, as it seems illogical to fear nothing. However, it may be a hint at fear of emptiness being at the heart of the human condition, which is further reinforced by the use of a semantic field, which is the bit circled in red, associated with emptiness through words such as invisibly, space, empty, and nothing in the preceding lines. The use of direct address in the poem really helps the reader to feel involved and share the experience of the narrator, allowing them to empathise and encounter the fear the narrator is feeling. The narrator invites the reader to draw on their own experience through the use of direct speech in a chatty and informal tone, through phrases such as "you know what I mean" in line 7. Heaney employs sounds to create a vivid description of the power of the storm through the use of techniques such as sibilance and assonance. For example, in line 16, "sit tight while wind dives," in which these two techniques combine to give the effect of the hissing and crashing of the waves and the sea, giving it a almost menacing quality. Furthermore, the poet engages the reader through the imagery of violence towards the end, as he refers to the oxymoron of the waves exploding comfortably, and the storm spitting like a tame cat's turned savage, which is actually my favourite quote in the poem, which is a simile. These phrases suggest that things that are usually familiar and harmless have turned ominous and frightening during the storm. further heightening the sense of nature's immense power. Additionally, the use of another semantic field, which is circled in blue this time, to do with war and fighting, through the use of words such as strafes, salvo and bombarded, likens the wind to a fighter jet barraging the island with artillery, giving the sense of the awfully hostile environment the storm has created. And finally, we'll get going with the themes. So I've picked out 3 main themes for this poem, starting with the power of nature, and specifically in terms of the relationship between man and the natural world. During the poem, man seems to be at the mercy of nature as the islanders are under siege by the immense storm, presenting man's power as insignificant in comparison to that of nature. There's this constant, sort of David and Goliath dynamic running through the poem, as the odds appear stacked against the islanders, yet they do their best to survive under immense pressure, almost as if it was some sort of game. Secondly, we come to the themes of fear and isolation running throughout, as the sense of the helplessness of the islanders further stresses the sense of anxiety, as their only choice is to wait out the powerful and relentless force of the storm. Perhaps Heaney is hinting at how man must respect nature and be prepared, or risk being destroyed by its vicious onslaught. Finally, another major theme is the relationship between a person and their home. The word home usually has connotations associated with safety and comfort. However, this island doesn't deliver on that front for sure, and even gives the impression that it's trying to destroy the islanders. However, they seem to embrace the challenge and take pride in their craftsmanship of their squat houses, showing innovation to outwit the storm. This further suggests that the islanders are engaged in some sort of game with Mother Nature herself. And that brings us to the grand finale of yet another GCSE English Lit revision video. Hope you guys are loving the videos. I'll try to keep them rolling through. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new around these parts, as it will absolutely put a humongous smile on my face. Anyway guys, it's been emotional. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.